I pointed at her stomach and shouted, "3 royal doctors have already examined you. They confirmed you are 1 month pregnant. Anna, how could you be so foolish? Lord Tom died a hero for the country. How could you betray him just because you were lonely?" Every word I said cut deep. How are Mom and Dad supposed to face anyone now? What about the old madam of the Marquis estate? How can you face the honorary title the Emperor just gave you? Anna, you grew up reading rules for women. How could you do this? Tell me the truth. Whose baby is it? Did some man force you? After hearing the news, my father, Duke Wei, and my mother rushed over from the officials' side and happened to hear everything outside the tent. My mother's eyes rolled back and she almost fainted on the spot. My father was trembling with rage, his face bright red. My mother rushed into the tent, grabbed Anna's arm, and dug her nails into her skin. "You disgraceful girl, you were raised with manners and education. I taught you carefully since childhood. You would never do something this shameful on your own. Tell me, did someone force you? Say it." Even at this critical moment, my mother was still trying to find an excuse for Anna and save the family's reputation. As long as Anna insisted she had been forced, her reputation would be ruined, but at least she would not die. Anna trembled all over. The pain in her forehead and the fear in her heart left her mind completely blank. Her terrified eyes instinctively turned toward Jake. But the old madam of the Marquis estate was not having it. She gave a cold laugh, her gaze sharp as a knife. "Madam Duke Wei, what exactly are you trying to say? Are you trying to dump this filth onto our estate? Our Marquis estate is strict and heavily guarded. Only close family can enter the inner courtyard. What kind of predator could sneak past everyone and force her? Anna, I will ask you one thing today. Whose bastard child are you carrying?" Jake stood nearby, drenched in cold sweat. His legs felt like they were filled with lead. He felt Anna's pleading gaze, but immediately looked away and lowered his head, pretending not to see her begging eyes. Clearly, he wanted her to take the whole blame alone. I sneered inside. In my last life, were they not madly in love? They tricked me into marriage and even forced me to death just to be together. Now, in front of the whole court, I wanted to see how strong their so-called true love really was. I stepped forward, gripped Anna's hand tightly, and made my tone heavier. "Anna, if you have been wronged, you must say it. His Majesty and the Empress are right here. What are you afraid of? The Emperor is merciful and sees everything clearly. He just granted you an honorary title. You were personally named a virtuous widow by imperial decree. If you truly had an affair, that would be deceiving the Emperor. A capital crime." The words, "deceiving the Emperor," completely broke Anna's mental defense. Her whole body shook violently, and tears mixed with blood ran down her face. The old madam slammed her cane hard against the ground and pointed at her furiously. "Still not talking? Drag her out. Punish her in front of the whole city and beat her to death if you must. Even if the Tom family line ends here, we cannot afford this disgrace." The Tom family clan leader and several elders who came with the old madam were also furious. "What a disaster for the family! What a disaster! Drown this shameless woman!" The Marquis estate knew this had angered the Emperor. Seeing his face grow darker and darker, they had to throw this blame away fast. They could not let the whole estate die with her. With tears in my eyes, I looked at Anna and questioned her in heartbreak. "Anna, you are the eldest legitimate daughter of our family. Since childhood, father and mother expected so much from you. They taught you music, chess, calligraphy, and painting. How could you do something so shameless? Even if you do not care about yourself, do you not care about the lives of everyone in our family?" My father, Duke Wei, also looked grim, his eyes filled with determination. "If you refuse to name the man, then our family will act as if we never had a daughter like you. Today, in front of His Majesty, the Duke Wei estate cuts all ties with you." Pressed from every side and facing death, Anna finally broke down. She looked desperately at Jake, who kept his head down and played dead. Hatred and madness flashed in her eyes. Then she rolled off the couch and knelt at the old madam's feet, sobbing loudly. "Mother, the baby in my belly is not a bastard. It is Jake's child." The moment she said that, the whole place erupted. Jake looked like he had been struck by lightning. His legs gave out, and he fell to his knees, sweating like rain and collapsing like mud. The breath of anger trapped in my chest finally came out in satisfaction. In this life, their dirty affair was exposed in public, right in front of everyone, under the crime of deceiving the Emperor. Now I wanted to see how Jake, that selfish snake, would clean up this mess. Jake looked ashen, knocking his head against the ground again and again until his forehead quickly started bleeding. "Your Majesty, forgive me! Your Majesty, forgive me!" The old madam looked like she had been struck by lightning and staggered back several steps. If her maid had not held her up, she would have fallen. She pointed at Jake in disbelief. What did you say?" Then, somehow finding strength, the old madam rushed forward, raised her hand, and slapped Jake hard across the face. "You beast! You worthless thing! How dare you commit such a disgusting crime, sleeping with your own sister-in-law? How can you face your brother, whose body is barely cold? I will beat you to death." The old madam cried angry tears and raised her cane to strike Jake. Jake knelt on the ground, dodging while crying and defending himself. "Mother, I know I was wrong. I really know I was wrong. But when my brother got married, He went to war before they even shared a wedding night. He and Anna were never truly husband and wife. He raised his head, crying and begging his mother. I have loved Anna since childhood. It was the Emperor's arranged marriage that separated us. Please, mother, let us be together. Besides, she is already carrying my child. That is your real grandson, and the only grandson of the Marquis estate now. Seeing Jake plead, Anna acted like she had grabbed a lifeline. She crawled over, hugged the old madam's leg, and cried. Mother, I did not mean to. Before Lord Tom went to war, he told me that if he died, I should live well and did not have to stay widowed for him. He allowed me to remarry. My husband died for the country. Was that not his final wish? Why can you not let us be together? I almost laughed from anger. How could she be this shameless? She called cheating honoring his last wish, and called sleeping with her brother-in-law being forced by love. I immediately stepped forward and sharply cut off her ridiculous excuse. Anna, Lord Tom was a great hero. He cared for you and did not want you to be a young widow forever. He allowed you to remarry one day, but only after his funeral and through proper rules. But Anna, touch your belly. 1 month ago, news of Lord Tom's death had not even reached the capital. While he was fighting bloody battles on the front line, you were secretly sleeping with his younger brother at home.